Hi everyone, this is for my students of architecture. Others can kind of scroll down. Maybe you can hit a like, yeah? And if you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button, yeah? You know, I have been practicing as an architect for the past 2 decades across India and abroad. With my hands-on experience in designing and building numerous projects, I've gained some real-life insight, which I keep sharing with my students of architecture. Well, today, let's talk about the classical principles of architecture. Students of architecture, as soon as you are given a design problem in your studio, you tend to jump into the design straight away. Stop. You need to know the process and then understand how the formula works. Then you start working. It is important to realize the underlying principle behind how a design protocol moves through its ideation process. In my experience, the flow goes something like this. First, you have the context from where you have the concept, then you go to the design. So you know the entire process before you start designing. I have published a very detailed article on this particular topic. Go back to my page and check it out sometime. Yeah. Times change as we grow and learn new and changing things every day. We realize that some basic truths of the world do not change with time. Like the sun rising in the east and humans killing each other for power, position, or prosperity. The ancient Roman architect Vitruvius, in his journal on architecture, De Architectura, in the 1st century BC, asserted that there were like 3 such never-changing principles of any good architecture which still holds good today. They are Formitas, Utilitas, and Venustus. And let me tell you, these principles are as good as they were yesterday as it is today. Well, Formitas talks about firmness and durability. The architecture should stand up robustly and remain in good condition. This is the first one. Secondly, Utilitas, which talks about commodity and utility. The architecture should be useful and functional, and it should be well for the people who are using it. Venustus talks about the delight and the beauty. The architecture should delight people and raise their spirit to the next level. Have a look at this illustration, what we are talking about. How much ever coordination you do in BIM, you don't really look at an ugly building that has impressive structural framing and absolutely clash-free coordinated services and admire its architecture. Of course, I know that by the same logic, a beautiful building that collapses after 5 years, of overheating maybe or too much of glazing or whatsoever is never admired for very long. Strike a balance. That's what architecture is all about. But the issue is that you have to have that experience to know what it takes to strike that balance. Students, as you dig deep into this particular subject, you will realize Venustus is all about architectural beauty, aesthetics, which in Vitruvius' classical universe meant the building's ability to mind the natural cosmic order. You know what? Vitruvius believed that nature is an expression of cosmic order based on universal laws. He established that architectural quality is achieved when an architectural design is based on these laws and thereby mimics the natural cosmic order. It's something what we call now as biomimicry. A more contemporary understanding of this particular concept can be like an architect's spatial and aesthetic considerations, proportion, scale, the play between light and shade, the contrast between heaviness and lightness, the textural qualities, the structural patterns, the rhythms, and so on. Have a look at this. In my experience, the universal principles of good architecture is still durability, utility, and beauty. This is what binds your architecture together. And this can help all of us be better at what we do. Let me tell you, the difference between a good architect and a great architect is this. The ability to craft an elegant solution in a way that truly delights the end user is that goal that you need to achieve. I would recall something which the great American architect F.L. Wright or Frank Lloyd Wright once said, and I quote, The longer I live, the more beautiful life becomes for an architect. If you foolishly ignore beauty, you will soon find yourself without it. Instead, if you invest in beauty, if you invest in aesthetics, it will still remain the way with you all the days of your life and of the life of your users. Well, any senior architect who has really learned something in their experience can easily see the value of these three principles when it comes to architecture. However, I've seen some people who are skeptics about the third principle, which is beauty or aesthetics. But let me tell you that you must always consider that architecture does not stop at, say, the foundation or the structural level. Architecture is about the whole deal, and the whole deal is the real deal. Having said all of that, I strongly believe that an architect will always be a student, continuously learning, because there's a lot to learn. Let's start discussing your thoughts, your ideas on this particular topic. Comment in the box below. I'll get back to you. See you.